Well, hello. It is a beautiful day outside. Snugs and I just came in. We've been out there for a half an hour, sitting in the beautiful breeze, southeasterly, 82 degrees, sunny, blue skies, lots of clouds. And she loves to sit out there this time of the day, so I always go out with her and we sit together and enjoy the weather, listen to the birds, watch the rabbits, which there are many of them, and so on. So I've just come in and I thought, well, let me do a video. And what am I going to do a video about today? I've been thinking about the carnivore diet, the video that I put up the other day. I'll try to remember to slow my speech down a little bit. Let me just turn this air conditioner down a little bit as well, because it is quite noisy in the background. And I got to thinking that I've been waiting eagerly for my 6-month checkup. And I just got a call the other day. It's been changed and I'm going to be waiting another month yet before I go back to see the doctor. Well, there's two benefits to that. It gives me a little while longer to stay on the carnivore diet, which I started. Am I strict? Pretty much so. I call myself 90% strict. I eat bacon. I eat ground beef a lot, steak when I can get it. And I eat eggs, and now, you know, some carnivores do have coffee, and I'm one of them. And I was having coffee with sweetener. I was having coffee with cream. But when I decided that I wanted to go more carnivore, I worked my way down on sweetener to the point where I don't need the sweetener now, and I worked myself off from the cream because I didn't want the extra carbs. I usually have 2, 3, 5 cups of coffee a day, and when you have that many creams, then that puts you up too many carbs. So I got to the point where I was just putting a half a tablespoon in, and now it's not even a half a tablespoon. But one thing I do enjoy is I get more eggs now, because I take an egg in every coffee, and I usually have 3: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After dinner actually, and I always put an egg in every one of those coffees with my butter, and I enjoy my coffees. So don't get hard on me because I'm not being strict, because the way I look at it is this: I've done diets all my life. I've been on diets for anything and everything to please doctors, not to please me, but try to please doctors. And I just got tired of trying to please doctors. And I remember when I went vegetarian, I thought, well, maybe eating all those meats isn't good for me, so I went vegetarian. I went strict, and I'm talking about strict vegetarian for 8 years. And like I said, I did more damage to my body than I did health. I found that it created problems later down the road. And I also had a heart attack while I was on strict vegetarian. And so just because you're eating vegetables and not meat doesn't mean you're not going to have a heart attack. As we know, anybody who's doing keto and carnivore, it's not your keto or your carnivore that's going to give you a heart attack. It's going to be your carbs. And when 10 years ago, when the doctor wanted me to get my cholesterol down, they told me to go on the DASH diet, and I told them DASH diet's not going to work. DASH diet has too many carbs. I used to tell people that were doing DASH diet or diet for diabetes, I said, what has your doctor got you on for diet for diabetes? And they would tell me, and I say, that's not going to help you. If you're eating carbs, it's not going to help you. So no, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I have studied nutrition. Well, goodness, over 40 years now. I've been studying nutrition. I have a great love and passion for knowing about what I'm doing in my life, in my body. And as many of you know, we also do Bible information on this channel. I break down Bible scriptures and do studies and do ministry from the pages of the Word of God, not through the teachings and the doctrines and the theories and the practices and all of the aids that religion use. I don't talk about the things of religion. I do point out the wrongs that I find in religion. And That's why I call my channel Dispelling Dogma, because I don't want people to follow lies. And it's the same in eating. I don't want anybody to follow after a lie. And so I'm coming to you, and I'm going to bring honestly to you the knowledge of what keto has been doing for me, which it did for me, and now the knowledge of what carnivore, and basically I'm really BBB and E, but I'm going to be bringing what carnivore has done for me. And so, like I said, about the only thing I have that does not belong on the list of carnivore would be coffee. Even with spices, I don't use spices. I love salt, and I may use a little pepper, but they've always been spices I liked. Salt I hadn't had for years, and now I get to enjoy salt, and I love the Redmond salt. Oh man, on a piece of steak, that just makes that steak just melt in your mouth with flavor. So that's my video for today. I'm just saying, you know what? Normal is not normal for everybody. When I did my diets, there was one thing I allotted myself every diet. When I was a strict vegetarian, I allotted myself at least one Dunkin' Donuts muffin a month. All right? Because I loved Dunkin' Donut muffins. And I most always got blueberry or cranberry, but I liked them all. And then when I went into my next diet, I went into doing what the doctors wanted me to do. And once a month, I would allow myself a pizza because I love pizza. And now, after keto rather, during keto, I like pizza, but I made the pizza a keto pizza. I didn't have crust. I just threw my pizza into a little foil pan, and I'd put it into the oven and let it bake, bring it out, let it cool down a bit, and eat. Oh man, you don't need a crust if you got all the flavor of the meats and the cheeses in there. All right? And even on carnivore, when I started, I had my children over one weekend for pizza, and I threw these pizzas all together for all of us. I put vegetables in my husband's and theirs, and my husband doesn't like melted cheese, so he didn't have cheese, and I kept mine carnivore. So you can adjust your food to go with your taste. All right? And so that's my video today. Don't let anybody pull you down just because you're not doing it the way they're doing it, and they're saying, well, you're not doing it right, so you're not really carnivore. I'm carnivore. I just have coffee, and I see no wrong in having my coffee. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the flip side of the next video coming up. Bye-bye.